Greetings. So today I want to talk about the world, not the world as like a ball of rock and water in the middle of space, but the world as like people. Asexuality, as I know it, I know that the most of I hear regarding movements and information and visibility, mostly it's centered around the United States, but that's not to say that there isn't stuff out there. It's just that because I live in the United States, that's what I usually care to learn about. What use would me going to Helsinki in Finland to participate in Pride do? I don't speak the language, and I'd probably get lost a lot. That said, I know that there are a lot of people in the asexual community who are from other countries. Like on Avon, we have boards dedicated to discussions on asexuality and completely different, in different languages: Japanese, Finnish, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, I think. So to kind of, and even on this channel, we have people from Romania, from Poland, from Belgium, from England. The world is a big place, and asexuality has a place in it. Why this interest in the world now, you might ask? Well, I recently found out that in 2011, March, my family is planning a trip to Switzerland, which is, oh, that was wrong. Continent, right there. Yes, this little orange dot. So, in preparation for this trip, I will be learning Italian and French at the same time for as long as it takes until, well, when I get there. I've had too many negative experiences of being in a country where I did not speak the language and people were not helpful, and it sucked. I don't know really much anything about Switzerland aside from the fact that they were neutral during World War II and that they shot down planes during World War II when they crossed overhead, and that they have a very interesting gun laws, and that they're mostly neutral throughout history. But as far as interesting tourist sites, I have no idea. I'm going to be in the French part too, which is 20% of the country. So if you have any interesting information about Switzerland, I would appreciate it, because then I know where I want to go before I go there. Yeah. Being a fairly experienced traveler, I have a few rules on what parts of the language I want to know before I get there. So key phrases like, hello, I'm doing well, I'm lost, can you help me, and where's the bathroom? They're very valuable. The first country I visited outside of the United States was Canada, and I was 5 years old. The first time I was on a plane was when I was 8 years old, and I went from California to Maine, and I had no parental supervision. I've been to Italy, Spain, I've been to Austria, Hungary, Croatia, as well as Bosnia for Bosnia for 15 minutes, which I probably would have enjoyed more if it had not led up to that little 15-minute stint with horror stories of people getting shot. Yeah, thank you, stepdad. Been to Australia, mostly the southern part, New Zealand, which has a lot of sheep, and a really fun amusement park, which isn't really like a park as we know it, but I got to sort of skydive, except for wimpy people. Japan, which I was there for a week and a half, and that was fun. I've also been to the Vatican City in Italy, which technically counts as a separate country, so it's another one on my list. And France, Germany, god damn it, Germany and England, I've only been in passing with airports. And I was unfortunately involved in the Terminal 5 incident that kind of made everyone really pissy. I have also been to Fiji. Not sure which island, though. These are the Azores, which are kind of owned by Portugal. There's a little arrow right here on the map because that's where my mom immigrated from, so. And yes, there is a fucking world map in my house. It's kind of awesome. Right now, there's like a contest between my siblings and I of who's been to the most countries. I think currently my twin sister is in the lead, but my older brother does get points for being the only one of us who's gone to Antarctica. It may come off as kind of pointless, rambling, kind of bragging, sort of, because I've been so many places, but I think that it's important also. I mean, you don't have to be in all these different countries to kind of get perspective on the world and how small you are in it, but I think that a lot of people don't realize that there's so many things in this world that besides themselves that they get lost, and that's why, you know, so many people can't accept ideas outside of themselves, like asexuality, or that Europe is actually not as close-minded regarding sexuality as some Americans stereotypically think of them as, because it's really quite the opposite. I'm pretty sure that maybe I will enjoy Switzerland, maybe I will be taxed by the fact that my parents don't seem to care that they can't speak the language. Oh god, so annoying. But I think that it'll be one of those life experiences, probably not as horrifying as throwing up near the outside of the Alhambra, which I did. That was very embarrassing. Or not being able to stand up in the St. Peter's Basilica because of womanly problems. But I believe that I will get something out of this that, you know, not necessarily strictly speaking that I couldn't get anywhere else, but just it's something else, a new experience, and I hope that all of you kind of look for new experiences in your lives, whether it's traveling to a new city or it's riding in the backseat of the car if you like shotgun, I don't know. But just something different than what you're used to, because we are different. Everyone is different in their own way, and we have the unique, mostly unique experience of not having a sex drive that separates us in a way, and to see just go elsewhere and see what people see in different countries that's different from our own. It really is eye-opening, and it makes you realize that even if you have one thing that makes you feel so different and closed off from everyone else in the world, that everyone else in the world has things that make them unique and different and feel closed off from the rest of the world. And I really hope that, you know, by going to other places, you see this and kind of realize, well, that's fun. That's all for me.